on the next episode of Sips, Suds, and Smokes.
Today is a wine episode, and here's the wines we're going to be discussing today. We have Seghesio Old Vines Zinfandel, Sonoma County, 2022. Seghesio Cortina Zinfandel, Dry Creek Valley, Sonoma County, 2022. Cuvee San Brut, Cuvee, Napa Valley, Los Carneros, 2020.
It's Cuvee. What the hell, man?
That's what I said. Cuvee San, yeah.
He did leave out the accents.
You have enough accent for all of us. We have the Cuvee San Spire, Napa Valley, Los Carneros, Pinot Noir 2022. The Cuvee San Debut Cru, Napa Valley, Los Carneros, Pinot Noir 2022. And from Davis Estates, we have their Napa Valley Sauv Blanc 2022, the Davis Estates Zephyr Napa Valley 2019, and the Davis Estates Phase 5 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2019.
We'll be right back after this break. Brought to you almost live from the Dude in the Basement Studios. Why? Because that's where the good stuff is. It's Sips, Suds, and Smokes with your smoking hosts, the good old boys. And now it's sippin' time.
Hey, yes, it's sipping time again. Welcome to this Sips episode where everything good in life is worth discussing.
But we don't discuss movies or TV. Are they good anymore, though?
Not really. Well, I mean, Landman's awesome.
Well, I liked Wicked. And I'm looking forward to seeing
Reacher's fantastic.
Mickey 17. Never seen Reacher.
Oh, it's fun.
Reacher.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
I read the reviews. It's like, apparently you can solve all your problems by just being bigger and hit people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a good message?
Yeah.
It is for him. It works for him.
Okay.
It's worked for the last 100,000 years.
I have an 11-year-old girl. I'm trying to,
Well, I'm not saying she should watch
I'm
it.
trying to, model good, positive roles,
You have an 11-year-old girl, and when a guy comes over to her house, I'll come over, and I'll hit him really damn hard.
Okay.
There you go.
I see you using
And
a
then
gun.
you will thank me. Well,
I see you using a gun. You wouldn't want to bruise your little tiny lawyer hands.
little. Well, no, I'll beat him with the gun first. Yeah. I mean, if he gets near your daughter, you'll be thanking me for beating him.
I appreciate that. I thank you in advance because
I am
my
more than
daughter's
happy.
too pretty. It's ridiculous.
I am
I'm
more
in
than
trouble.
happy. Yeah, she's definitely not yours. So, so our sip segments, again, are all about
Tangent.
all about wine and distilled spirits and tea and coffee. And today is a wine episode, and here's the wines we're going to be discussing today. We have Seghesio Old Vines Zinfandel, Sonoma County, 2022. Seghesio Cortina Zinfandel, Dry Creek Valley, Sonoma County, 2022. Cuvee San Brut, Cuvee, Napa Valley, Los Carneros, 2020.
It's Cuvee. What the hell, man?
That's what I said. Cuvee San, yeah.
Oh, God. He did leave out the accents.
You have enough accent for all of us. We have the Cuvee San Spire, Napa Valley, Los Carneros, Pinot Noir 2022. The Cuvee San Debut Cru, Napa Valley, Los Carneros, Pinot Noir 2022. And from Davis Estates, we have their Napa Valley Sauv Blanc 2022, the Davis Estates Zephyr Napa Valley 2019, and the Davis Estates Phase 5 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2019. So, against my better judgment, we're going to have Justin.
No, don't let him do it. Let's just go around. Let's do it like we did that other time. We each do one.
Okay, then do one.
All right, do one.
One sip. Give me a glass of water to wash out my mouth.
Did you notice how we talked him into doing that one?
Yeah. That'd be hard to talk about. I resemble that remark.
You walked right into that one.
Whatever.
All right, two. One of you knuckleheads.
We're doing
going around
counterclockwise.
the
I see
table,
you.
so you're up, Bub.
Oh, you want me to do two? All right, nice. But what else do you have?
Well, isn't that nice?
3 sips. Interesting. What was this again?
Interesting.
I was expecting an accent from you.
4 sips.
No one else
Let's
did one.
keep this secret to ourselves. Pour me another.
All right, fine.
That's classified.
That was Maury trying to do the sexy voice.
It wasn't sexy.
It ain't working.
I'll do the sexy voice. 5 sips. Oh my! I was unaware anything could taste this good.
Oh my god.
I've never been so excited in my entire life by another man.
So aroused.
So, yeah, just,
I am very aroused.
yeah, I just can't take it. All right, so
I'll do it.
let's go to our first wine, and we're going to have Harm tell us about it.
Thanks, Bob. In 1886, Eduardo Seghesio left his family's vineyards in Piedmont, Italy, to start a new life in America. Or as we say in India, America. And like so many immigrants, he was drawn to northern Sonoma County, and in particular the Italian-Swiss colony, where he could follow his passions for making winemaking. Eventually, he married his boss's niece, Angela.
That's the best way to get to the top.
That's the best. Yeah, that's exactly right. Little nepotism, baby. Together, they purchased a home with 56 acres of land and with the intent of planting vineyards and making their own wines. Eduardo tended the vineyards and oversaw the winemaking while Angela managed the business. That's good. Having a wife with a good sense of business. You need that. In 1920, Prohibition was enacted, and prior to Prohibition, more than 2,000 wineries operated in the United States. Seghesio is one of the only 100 that survived by continuing to grow and sell grape juice concentrate, warning would-be home vignerons not to add yeast lest they end up with wine. I love that marketing. Don't do this.
Well, they sold grape concentrate in frozen bricks with a label on it, and it said, "Do not dilute this in X gallons of warm water. Then do not add 1 ounce of yeast."
It's the best.
Do not allow to sit in a cold, dark place for 3 to 5 days. Yeah, it was.
Okay. So anyway, eventually the Seghesio family purchased a second winery facility in Hellsburg and the Scatena Brothers Winery, which is their home today. In 1993, the Seghesio family reduced production to 30,000 cases, shifting their focus to producing quality wines made exclusively from their vineyards that the family farmed and owned. I think they make 10 or 20 different Zinfandels right now. It's crazy. Today we have 2 of them, and the first one of those is the Seghesio Old Vines Zinfandel from Sonoma County. It's the 2022 vintage, 15% ABV, 88% Zinfandel, 11% Petit Syrah, 1% Alicante Bouchette. The grapes are harvested and sorted by hand, lightly crushed and fermented in small open-top stainless steel tanks with pneumatic punch-down devices to facilitate extraction. In small open-top stainless steel tank. No, it's just that again, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've
Pumped over
with gentle aeration. There you go. Free-run wine is drained to the barrel after 8 to 12 days on skins and allowed to complete alcoholic fermentation and undergo malolactic conversion. Aged 15 months in 15% new oak, 85% neutral French oak, and American oak. The vines are a minimum of 50 years old with an average age of 75 years. The color is a beautiful garnet, and the nose is, at first I got blueberry, fig, and a little bit of plum. There's a hint of mocha. It's got something herbal there. I'm not quite catching what that is. On the palate, medium body, coffee notes, figs, muddled, mixed berries. The finish is short to medium. I was not impressed with this one, although it got great reviews online. Justin, what do you think?
I think it tastes like a pleasant Italian table wine. The nose is a little more complex. There's some vegetal things in there that are kind of interesting. They went through a lot of time, effort in the production of this wine.
They're known for great Zinfandels. They just, I don't know, maybe we aerated this one too early or something, just did too much oxygen to it.
I mean, I had it earlier this afternoon too, and it's pleasant. But everything that went into it, I'm just not getting out of it. But
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the reward for the amount of effort they put in is just not quite there. And the only explanation I have would be Harm and I discussed this off air. Perhaps we've missed the window. I'm a Zinfandel drinker. I really love Old Vines Zins, and I really had high expectations for this. Again, I don't know where it falls in their lineup of a dozen or more Zinfandels, but I was underwhelmed. I thought the wine is well made with no flaws, but it was just sort of underwhelming. It was just sort of there.
Well, the flaw is there's not enough fruit right now. Something's gone. I don't know what's going on with it.
So
Yeah.
you think you just cracked it and poured it right away? It'd be better.
I think this may be a better wine to open and pour rather than aerate like we do. Because we generally aerate our wines. So, Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a little flat. It's
I'd love an opportunity to try another one in their portfolio or even another bottle of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a bad bottle.
No.
Just
It's definitely not bad.
no, we may have just let it sit too long. I mean, and that's on us. So what can you do? It is what it is. But we're going to give the Seghesio Old Vines Zinfandel, Sonoma County 2022 2 sips.
Well, isn't that nice?
So let's take us to our next wine. Have Justin tell us about that one.
Okay. Our next wine is Seghesio Cortina Zinfandel, Dry Creek Valley, Sonoma County 2022. The grapes were hand-picked and transferred to small open-top fermenters with pneumatic punchdowns throughout the fermentation on skins, which lasted 7 to 10 days. Free-run juice was drained and settled briefly before being transferred to barrels to complete malolactic fermentation. The wines were aged 15 months in 14% New French oak and 86% neutral French and American. The color is dark purple. On the nose, I'm getting sweet fruits, but no real strong notes. On the palate, it's very similar to the other wine, which also makes me feel like we just opened this too long ago. What do you think, Bob?
Same thing, a little bit flat. I'm thinking we left this sit out a little bit too long.
It seems like it's lost some acidity.
I don't even know that we should rate it if we didn't open it right.
You
But
can't,
it's pleasant.
We can't say it's our fault. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we're speculating at this point. So
Well, just to give a benefit of the doubt, we did not, in fairness, taste it directly out of the bottle. And we aerated it the same way we aerated everything else we've tasted today across more than one show.
So try it
just
fresh
be
out of the
honest.
bottle, and you all may like it more than we did today because of what we
I
did.
feel like it's just lost acidity because I don't know. I mean, I got plum and blueberry notes, and there's a nice aromatic herbal lift. This does show better than the first one.
It's got a much nicer nose. I
Yeah.
would agree with you, Harm, on the
A
nose.
little bit of pomegranate, maybe.
I felt the palate was a little flat. And again, it may be because a lot of the aromatics have blown off.
But I still like this one. It's not bad.
I bet if we had some beef short ribs, it would kick it up.
You know, I love Zinfandel and barbecue. Beef short ribs
Yeah.
are always a great pairing with Zinfandel.
Yeah.
well, any barbecue or any
So now I think we
roasted
just
meat.
blame Bob because he didn't bring barbecue.
That's right. Forget the winery. It's Bob's fault.
Spent an hour and a half aerating wine.
We'll be
so-
back.
Hey, and we're back, and we were just finishing up talking about the Seghesio Cortina
Seghesio.
Zinfandel, Dry Creek, Sonoma Valley County, 2022, and we're going to be giving that 2 sips.
Well, isn't that
I
nice?
thought it deserved 3. Whatever, you guys.
As we
overruled
say in
me.
the vernacular, Harmeet,
I've been
overruled.
Overruled, yeah.
All right.
Who's next, Maury?
Yep.
Okay, gentlemen. Founded by Alexander Ty Schmidheine, Cuvee San
I'm sorry.
made their
Justin and I are both 13.
made their inaugural vintage of Cuvee San Napa Valley Chardonnay in 1969. In 1979, they acquired 400 acres of highly prized land.
North of San Pablo Bay,
You want me to read this for you,
in
you
the Los
knucklehead?
Carneros district
Dumb
of Napa Valley. He's dying.
In 1979, they acquired 400 acres of highly prized land north of San Pablo Bay in the Los Carneros district of Napa Valley and named it the Thai Vineyard in honor of their founder. In 1991, they began an ambitious program of replanting while adapting an intimate block-by-block approach to farming to achieve the highest expression of their vineyards. Since 2002, Vice President of Winemaking Steve Rogstad has overseen the winemaking at Cuvee San and oversaw the construction of their modern Smart Shed winery designed to facilitate the small lot approach.
So there's no more Schmidt-Heine's in the winery?
No more Schmidt-Heine's. So the first wine from Cuvee San is the Brut Cuvée Napa Valley Los Carneros 2020. It is 12.5% ABV from the Thai Vineyard, Los Carneros, Tirage. 24 months fermented via method Champenois, 60% Chardonnay, 40% Pinot Noir. The 2020 Brut Cuvée spent 2 years en tirage before disgorging. The wine boasts bright fruit character of white peach, lemon, and lime peel on the nose with flavors of fresh apple, lemon curd, and grapefruit on the palate. The Chardonnay dominant blend offers lovely pie crust and marzipan notes, finishing with great length and minerality.
Did you just read their tasting note?
That was their description of what was the wine was supposed to be about. But let me tell you that
give me your notes. I want to hear what you think.
Well, I'm going to tell you. It's got a beautiful light straw color on the nose. There's definitely lots of white peach and lemon. It's definitely citrus forward. On the palate, it's got this really interesting pie crust in the background. Up front, there's fresh apple and lemon curd and a hint of grapefruit. Also a bit of minerality. I found the finish to be medium to long. It just kind of dances on your palate for quite a long time. This is a really fun wine. Cuvee San is not typically, well known for their sparkling wines, but I thought they did a beautiful job with this wine, and it's really something you can enjoy all day. It's very light, it's very bright, it's very fresh, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. What did you think, Justin?
So when this wine was cold, it was so intense I couldn't really handle it well. Now that
too much acidity and minerality, huh?
it was just like it hit me so hard I couldn't get the notes out of it. Well, I liked it, but it was like
too cold.
Couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Now that it's warmed up, I'm getting like lemon curd. I'm getting like it's like creamy, mild, pleasant.
That's lemon curd.
It's really nice.
I agree, both of you guys. The white peach that Maury mentioned earlier really strikes me. A lot of white peach on this. Gorgeous nose. And, Carneros is, if you're going to buy American sparkling wine, Carneros is the district. That's where you want to buy from. The Chardonnay and the Pinot Noir there grow perfectly for this. You're doing method champenoise. You're doing it the French style. This is the way they should be doing it. This is some of the best. This region produces some of the best American sparkling wine.
I agree with you.
Cuvee San is. I did not know they even made a sparkling until today.
Exactly. That's why I said this is not something they're specifically known for, but it's beautiful.
Is this supposed to be pretty carbonated or no?
It's not as sparkling as some of the others. It's fallen flat a little bit, but when I had it earlier, it had a really nice fine mousse. And it's very like the tiny bubbles like you get in really expensive champagne. So I thought that was a great
touch. The carbonation has fallen off very quickly.
Yeah, it hasn't stayed long. Yeah, you're right. It hasn't. But we've had it open here for about an hour while we've been reviewing. The medium to long finish, and you mentioned marzipan, I think. I get that almond notes. Lots of citrus and marzipan or almond on the finish, actually.
Yeah, for me, it's more pie crust than almond, but I can see where you would get that.
Bob, what do you think?
Where's the bottle?
I think it's delicious.
You don't get any more.
Is it in the fridge?
No more for you.
Hold on.
No, don't worry, Bob. Just tell us what you think.
What's your review, dude? What happened? Oh, it's right there. It's peeking. He's got the Corvin on it.
It's been charged.
Yeah, I put the Corvin on it, so we got to
keep the bubbles. Let's just try it again. Here,
we got to take the silly thing off. So,
yeah, let's see
the size of that thing.
Let's see how the mousse is now.
Maybe it's been recarbonated. There's a CO2 cartridge in there, right?
Yeah. Ooh. And we'll be talking about it in another episode. So, I think it was delicious. I mean, I get a lot of the almond, like Marcona almonds on the palate.
It's got plenty of effervescence right out of the bottle.
On the nose, it's just lemon
Yeah, but I think
curd.
that's the CO2 cartridge.
Yeah, it's just lemons, peaches. I mean, it's just really well done. And again, not a house that you would typically associate,
Oh, there we go.
with
Bubbles.
with sparkling California wine. I mean, you're thinking, Domaine Carneros or, this is not one that you would
Note
think.
the name of the house. Carneros is right in the name,
Yeah.
dude.
But
Domaine Carneros probably makes
this
the
is-
best American sparkling.
this is absolutely fantastic.
Or
So-
Schramsberg.
Schramsberg's excellent too. Aren't they in Carneros as well? There.
So we're going to be giving the Cuvee San Brut Cuvée Napa Valley Los Carneros 2020 a well-deserved 4 sips.
Yeah. This is one of the best American sparklings I've had.
Yeah, absolutely killing it. So.
I mean, I love Louis Roederer as well from Alexander Valley, but these are good.
All right, so our next one is the Cuvée San Spire Napa Valley Los Carneros Pinot Noir 2022. It's 14.5% ABV from the Thai Vineyard, Los Carneros Vineyards. Aged 16 months in French oak barrels, 100% Pinot Noir.
It's Pie Not Noir. We're in America.
Now it's Philip Mignon.
That's true.
It's got a nice ruby, edging towards garnet color to it.
Slightly translucent.
On the nose.
It's got so much color, and it's not as translucent as I expected it to be. That's why I wasn't believing that it's 100% Pinot Noir.
Yeah,
A lot of extraction here.
but beautiful nose. Black cherries. Stewed dark fruit. There's an herbal quality to it on the tip of the nose. A little bit of a minerality on the nose as well. And on the palate, raspberries. Just leaps out of the glass to me. It's beautifully well done. I mean, just silky. Not really any tannic bite or edge to it at all. It just rolls down the tongue. So I think it's lovely. What do you think, Justin?
Floral on the nose. I got like the big fruit, like Bob got, like parsley, rosemary, garlic powder.
Those are not fruits.
No, but they're herbal notes.
Technicality.
On the palate, it was mostly like smooth tannins and fruit, and the finish was light and pleasant. What'd you think, Maury?
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought it had a nice herbal note on the palate. The color you guys have already mentioned. I thought it was fairly fruit forward with lots of raspberry, black cherry, hints of blueberry, and then, as I said, a little bit of that herbal note. Mouth coating, fine tannins, medium finish. I thought it was a nice wine. I was not overly impressed with it, but I thought it was an easy drinker, no inherent flaws. Just a nice example of a Carneros Pinot Noir. Just nothing really stood out for me in terms of good or bad. Harm?
I disagree with you guys. I think it stands out for good, and you all missed the mushroom note. Do you not get that mushroomy forest floor note? It almost reminds me of Oregon. I can't believe this is Carneros. It's got that black cherry, blueberry. I got a mushroom note. There's fennel. There's clove, which nobody mentioned here either. Palate, Bob said raspberry, and I think he's absolutely right.
There's definitely a funk, though.
Yeah, that
There's
mushroomy
an
funk.
underlying funk on it.
Yeah, and on the it's the acidity was a little bit low for me, but I think it works with this. It's well integrated. It's a good wine.
Yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of it. I thought it was really lovely, and again, I like the silkiness of it. There's not a lot of tannic bite to it. It's not grabbing you. It's just sort of surrounding you and caressing you. So,
Just the way I liked surrounded and caressed.
So.
I've been to a couple of those parties.
Yeah, I've heard you in those parties. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to give the Cuvee San Spire Napa Valley Los Carneros Pinot Noir 2022 4 sips.
That's classified.
So we're going to have Harm tell us about our last one here from Cuvee San.
So the Cuvee San debut Cru Napa Valley Los Carneros Pinot Noir 2022 is 14% ABV. Thai Vineyard from Los Carneros. It's aged 9 months in French oak barrels, 100% Pinot Noir. Again, looking at this color, I'm loath to believe that it's 100% Pinot Noir. They've got to be adding something, or there's just so much extraction going on. They don't tell us about how they vinified this stuff. I'm guessing a long cold soak because they got a lot of color out of this. It's slightly translucent purple. On the nose, it's bright cherries, pomegranate. There's a little bit that herbal note, that mushroominess that was on the previous one is not as prevalent here. There's like a green tea note, and on the palate, plums, cherries, red cherries, a lot of clove, and a little bit of cinnamon. Medium long finish. Again, the acidity is not super high. This is a wine that you can really enjoy by itself or with food. And it gets a good spice. That cinnamon comes back on the finish. Maury, what'd you think?
Yeah, I agree with most of what you said, Harm. Lots of bright, fresh red fruit up front. I really loved the nose. It had really a lot of that pomegranate and bright cherries and things of that nature. And similarly, on the palate, it just kind of dances across with fruit. The tannins are super fine, and it really just lingers on. I didn't really get quite as much cinnamon as you had. You had mentioned another spice that
a little bit of
the
clove.
mushroom and clove. I really didn't get the clove.
The mushroom's is much less here than it was in the previous one.
This was fruitier than the one, but it was really the clove that struck me when you said that. I really didn't get the clove. Other than that, I agree with everything you said, especially on the red fruit notes. Really nice wine. I thought it was a step up from the previous expression.
This is more of that California Carneros wine that I was expecting. The other one kind of reminded me a little bit more with that mushroomy note. Seemed like it came from further north.
Yeah.
This is that fruit
and this is what I
forward.
like about
This is the California style.
California style Pinot, especially the Carneros region. And this is really kind of a prototype. I thought this was delicious.
Bob?
I loved it. Again, there's some lovely fruit on the nose. It really just kind of leaps out of the glass. Raspberries and cherries. It's a smorgasbord of fruit. There is definitely an herbal note to it. Underneath
So what
that
is it?
fruit,
What is that?
I can't place it. It's their tasting notes say wild thyme, and honestly, I think they're probably right about that.
It doesn't remind me of thyme. Although I don't know wild thyme. I've only get the stuff from the Publix.
Yeah, there's definitely just an undertone. It's just barely there, but on the palate, again, beautiful mouth coating, front, back, sides of the palate. It's all there. There's no holes in this one. What do you think, Justin?
Very pleasant. I first enjoyed it. There was a lot of herbaceous notes. Those faded off with time. So now it's mostly fruit and like a little nice cinnamon and clove on the finish. So
two
nice.
very different styles of Pinot Noir from the same people. Very nice.
Yeah, lovely. So we're going to be giving the Cuvee San Debut Cru Napa Valley Los Carneros Pinot Noir 2022 a well-deserved 4 sips.
That's classified.
So we're getting to our next winery. We're going to have Justin tell us about that.
So Davis Estates was founded in 2011 by former tech executive Mike Davis and his wife Sandy when they purchased land from the Cuvee family that had previously been part of a winery with roots dating back to 1900. The following year, they purchased adjacent property to make up the 155 acres of the current estate. The original barn that's on the property dates back to 1916, so the Davis family designed all the new buildings they had to blend in with the old barn. In 2016, they completed the caves, the winery, and the visitor center. Their vineyards consist of Cabernet Sauvignon, Petit Syrah, and over 35-year-old Cabernet Franc vines. They also source fruits from other premium Napa vineyards. First, we're going to talk about the Davis Estates Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc 2022. It's 13.2% alcohol by volume. It's aged 9 months, 8% neutral French oak, 92% stainless steel. I definitely got pineapple and lemon curd on the nose. It's very well balanced. It's sweet. It's fruity. The finish has a nice minerality to it. It's a good melon. It's a beautiful wine to be greeted with at the door if you get to go to this estate so that you can get into some heavier stuff after. But it's a great way to start.
You been there?
A wine session, yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
it's
went
really
last
nice.
time?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. So jealous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful property. If you make it, it's a smaller property, which is what I enjoy. The smaller ones much more than the bigger ones.
That's what your
beautiful-
wife says too.
Beautiful room in the back for their Phase 5 club.
She doesn't want to make
dug
them
back
feel
into the
bad.
mountain. So, yeah, if you can get there, definitely check them out. It's worth the trip for sure. But I don't know. You keep saying sweet and fruity. That's that's why I think of you as sweet and fruity.
What do you think about the wine, Bob?
Fair opinion.
I think the wine's lovely. It's got a nice color to it. There's a little bit of white gold around the edge. It's got a nice nose.
It's young. It's got some green
Yeah.
glints too.
There's some citrus in there, some lime, little grapefruit on the palate. On the palate, again, really well put together, really well balanced, not overly acidic, just enough. The citrus shines through on this. There's definitely a minerality on the back palate, especially after the swallow and in the finish. It's got a nice finish on it. I mean, it's a medium to long finish, especially for a Sauv Blanc. I think they did a good job. I think this one was really well put together. And I'm not a big Sauv Blanc guy. I'm like you. I prefer my Sauv Blanc to come from France.
Sancerre.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Bob. But this is a great example of modern Sauvignon Blanc from California, where they've gotten away from using so much freaking oak. I don't like oaked Sauvignon Blanc.
no, that's weird.
Yeah,
No,
it is
No,
weird.
this is well done.
And here's a commercial.
Here's a commercial. Hey, and we're back, and Harm was waxing poetic.
Waxing rhapsodic. I said waxing rhapsodic, and you couldn't get it out because you've been drinking too much, Bob.
Yeah, and your point?
I've been spitting. I've got a big old spit bucket next to me because I've got to go to work after this. But no, nobody else has to. These guys are drinking in the afternoon. The conceit is that we drink in the middle of the night in the basement. There are no basements in South Florida, kids.
Well, there's holes in the ground. There's holes in the ground in Florida lined with concrete, but we call them pools.
Yes, that's true. But it's a beautiful afternoon, windy and sunny, and it's when are we recording this? We're still March? It's still March. And it's 82 degrees outside. Envious. We're having good wine. So this is a beautiful wine, and I was saying this is a great example of modern California style Sauvignon Blanc, where they've pulled back from using too much damn oak. We're not trying to be New Zealand, where it's over the top fruity. It's the super high acidity. We don't have the soil to go like the French style Sauv Blancs, like from Sancerre, which I love.
yeah.
You've got the all those fossils in the soil, all those shells, the marine sediment that gives you that great minerality. But you have similar soil, but not quite the same. The nose here does remind me a little bit of New Zealand. I get notes of gooseberry. I mean, a hint of yellow grapefruit, gooseberry, pineapple, lime notes, lime peel. But where it's different is the acidity is way pulled back from New Zealand style. It's much more balanced. You're getting apple notes instead of pineapple and guava, or what would you get in New Zealand?
Green apple.
Kiwis.
You get kiwi, but There's other notes. I'm trying to think. It's eluding me right now.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I've been drinking too. Sorry.
Well, but Harm, as you said, this wine is an American Sauv Blanc, and I've always found the American Sauv Blancs, when done well, are a step above.
I haven't had a well done American Sauv Blanc until the last 10 years. Before that,
right.
They were all mediocre.
Correct. That problem has been there have been a lot of mediocre, so they're very polarizing in the U.S. Whereas New Zealand, you can just throw a stone and you're going to find one that's drinkable.
Exactly.
So this is well done.
You're going to get those high acidity, beautiful grapefruit, gooseberry, herbal notes. You'll get basil. You'll get all those fresh cut grass.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting that here. You're getting different notes, but it's still identifiable with Sauv Blanc.
For me, this wine had the biggest transformation from bottle to appreciation. When we first poured it, it was not blisteringly cold, but it was definitely too cold. And it's warmed up from being over chilled to being room temperature, but it's aerated, and time and oxygen and temperature have done it well. And for me, it's gone from just there to really being something special and nice. And I would say that this is one of those American Sauv Blancs that's very well done. And I agree. It doesn't need the oak. I agree with you. I think the oak, when you add oak to Sauv Blanc, it gets weird. This is Sauv Blanc at its finest from Napa Valley. And I think it's a beautiful way to start a meal or an afternoon.
And there's nothing wrong with the New Zealand style. I mean,
no.
And it fits their climate. It fits their soil. And
I love New Zealand Sauv Blanc with oysters and things like that, but I would do this with shrimp.
Yeah, this is a different animal.
Shrimp or lobster.
And
this is a step up.
This is really captured the American style, and I think it's extremely well done. But again, it's coming from Davis Estates, and we've been to that property before, so it's not surprising to me that we would get something that good from them. So we're going to be giving the Davis Estates Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc 2022 a well-deserved 4 sips.
That's classified.
So let's go to our next wine. We're going to have Maury tell us about that one.
Thank you, Bob. The next wine is the Davis Estates Zephyr Napa Valley 2019. It's 15% ABV, 54% Cabernet Sauvignon, 28% Cabernet Franc, 16% Merlot, 2% Petit Verdot. It's been barrel aged for 29 months in 55% new French oak.
How's the wine?
This wine has a beautiful, dark, brooding, inky color. On the nose, leather, cherry, hints of cocoa powder. It's got a lot going on. On the palate, it's lush. It's mouth coating. It's got lots of fruit. It's definitely earthy. It's got some dark baking chocolate, some cherry, hints of cinnamon. The tannins are soft yet refined. And for me, the finish just goes on and on. I thought this was a delightful wine. I really enjoyed it. I think the stuff coming out of Davis Estate has really been amazing. And I'm excited to see what else they have to come. But I really adored this wine very, very much. What'd you think, Harm?
I don't think you missed anything. You pretty much hit all the notes. It's purple like a bruise. Then it's all about black cherry.
Thank you, Justin. Moving right along.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
What was that? Wright said. What was the name of that movie? It was with
Right said Fred. No, he's the guy who sings "I'm Too Sexy for My Body."
Winona Ryder's in the movie, and there's like this ghost haunting or something. She shows him a dress. He goes, "It's purple like a bruise. It looks great on you."
Beetlejuice?
No, it wasn't Beetlejuice.
Sounds like it would be.
Sounds like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but it wasn't Beetlejuice. Anyway, this is black cherry bomb. You said cocoa powder or something, baking chocolate. Yeah. It's there. It's got lots of depth to it, and the tannins are really well integrated. They're there. They give you good grip, but they're so well integrated with the fruit. They're still soft. I got a hint of menthol on the retronasally as I exhaled. And the finish is quite long. Justin, what do you think?
Cola. Cherry cola.
Cherry cola? Yeah.
Got that. I got new car smell.
Don't give up your day job for singing. Don't.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Kinks, right? Kinks.
Yeah.
Ray Davies
It's the
just turned
Lola
over in his
song.
grave, and the guy's not even dead yet. So
Oh, you're not supposed to sing about Lola anymore. Trans.
Was that right?
Yeah. Sorry, man.
I didn't get the memo.
I'm going to sing what I want to sing.
There you go.
yeah, I don't care.
I thought the song honored Lola,
It did.
so I don't see a problem with it. The singer obviously admired Lola. But anyway, the finish was really pleasant. It was like fruit slowly morphing into leather. This is like some serious cigar room wine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Good call. Definitely with a cigar. And I usually don't drink
Yeah.
wine with cigars.
Monte Cristo.
No, but you're
Or
right. This
Cuban
actually would go
Cohiba.
well in a cigar lounge.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Hold
that.
up. You know? I'm just drinking more now. It's really good.
Bob?
Yeah, just so yummy. Again, cherries, dark fruit, old worn leather.
But it also benefited from air and time in the glass.
Well-
I felt that this wine was a bit tight when it came out of the bottle, and it's really blossomed.
This is a wine where we could have aerated this twice more and be fine.
Yes.
With the,
Well, see,
the earlier ones, they
Here's
weren't
where it
built
comes down
stand up
to it.
this.
I think we burned the Seghesios because I've had Seghesio in the past and
Seghesio. There's an I.
whatever you want, and
Ayo.
and I think and it's always been better than the two that we just had. So I think these were opened too soon. This wine was aerated 4 times.
It's still this wine has years and
improved.
years and years to consume.
Out of the
still
bottle into a
improved in the
decanter,
glass.
out of the decanter into the bottle, and then back and forth again. So 4 times this thing went through the aerator, and it's still huge.
Yeah.
And I did it for because I've had both of these before, and I know how huge they are. So, and it didn't hurt this one again. Like you said, I think I could pour it out of the bottle and back into the bottle through the aerator again, and it's probably just get better.
I mean, this wine's probably got another 10 years.
Oh, easily.
At least.
Please. 10? 10, I think it'll be at peak. But, yeah, but just so well done. It's just the palate.
It did improve a lot since the first time we tasted it, and now coming back to it, so we're doing the show. Mm-hmm. It just keeps getting better.
It's dark. It's earthy. The fruit is still there, especially in the front palate. But, oh, and the grip on it is just so gentle but firm. It's just, oh, yeah. This one is absolutely delicious. I don't know about you guys.
Gentle but firm, baby.
Well, we're going to be giving the Davis Estates Zephyr Napa Valley 2019 a well-deserved 5-6.
We've increased the rating since we first rated this.
Yeah.
This one just keeps getting better.
Yeah. If we stayed here for the rest of the night with the rest of the bottle, it might get to 12. So,
Well, speaking of getting better, what else you got, Bob?
now our next wine is their top dog, their Tete de Cuvée, which is the Davis Estates Phase 5 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2019. It's 15% ABV, 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. The vineyards are Davis Estates, Azalea, and Beatty. Aged 22 months in 500-liter French oak puncheons, 75% new. And again, this is the one when you go into their special club room inside the mountain, they have the barrels lined up in a circle around the glass tasting room. It's stunning. But the color on this is darker than an IRS agent's heart. I mean, it's just
All 4 that are left.
inky and black and beautiful and just, oh God, light barely comes through it. It's opaque as hell. On the nose, the cedar is definitely there. There's an herbalness. There's forest floor. dark red fruit. And on the palate, it's just layers and layers and layers of happiness. There's a real sharp minerality on the front palate, but there's blackberries, a little bit of currant, a little bit of blueberry, just a tiny sliver of the blueberry. It just coats the mouth like paint. I mean, it's front, back, top, sides. And the finish on this one just goes on and on and on. It's fantastic. This is the wine of the day. So what'd you think, Justin?
This wine reminds me of Sybil. Has a different personality every time you encounter it, but all of them are entertaining.
So you mean Harm's first wife?
Wait,
I haven't met Harm's first wife.
Why are we talking about my first wife today? What's going on, man?
Would you rather talk about your current wife?
Yeah, we can talk about
I
her
love
too.
my current wife. She's
Yeah.
awesome. I'll hear nothing but great things to say
But you
about
have to
her.
go home to her. So if we talk about the first one, it's okay.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. So, Sybil, you were saying?
Yeah. So it's like Sybil, different personality every time you encounter it, but all of them are fun.
Wow, that was pretty profound.
Last wine of the day
There's
was
some
the
jokes about crazy women I can't make on the air, so they're the most fun, right?
Well, let's say this. I thought this wine is, yes, as Bob alluded to, is the wine of the day. It's definitely the epitome of what a classic, well done Napa Valley 100% Cabernet Sauvignon should be. This wine is singing today. I do love my Napa Cabs Young. I think this wine will last for many, many years, probably 1 to 2 decades at least. But I think there's nothing wrong with drinking it now. I think it's delicious today. I think it's going to evolve. I don't know that it's necessarily going to get better. It depends what you like in a wine. For me, I like them young with the fruit forward and the tannins.
I bet you do.
You
And
know,
the
I
tannins
haven't
well
made a single
integrated.
joke about this yet, and he's said it a couple times now.
Okay. I think this
I'm
wine...
just getting uncomfortable.
I think this wine is beautiful. It's ready to go right out of the bottle. You can drink it today. You can save it for many years to come for special occasions. It's the pinnacle of what Davis Estates has created, and I'm thrilled to be sharing it today. So thank you, Bob, and thank you to Davis Estates for providing it for the show. Harm? Go ahead, make your jokes. Make your jokes. Come on.
I'm
At the
not
expense
gonna,
of the wine.
I'm not going to throw stones. I live in a glass house. I paint a big enough target on myself. I'm not going to take advantage of yours.
Thanks.
The
You're so sweet.
striking aromas in this wine is for me is the cedar. 'Cause normally I don't like a lot of cedar in a cab, but this one is so well balanced and so perfumey and beautiful. Baked fig, cedar, and there's a little mushroomy note, and I got a little tang of sea salt, like a little salt air, and that follows through, like Bob said, on
It's
the
that
palate.
minerality, yeah.
I got it on my nose. It was so strong. This is so gorgeous. I need this wine in my life, and this is my first time trying this.
Yeah, mine too. And
Thank
I
you for
really...
Bob and Justin got to visit Davis Estates when they were in California a couple months ago.
You're not going to had this before.
I wasn't on this. I wasn't on the episode last time. Maybe you guys had it before, but I didn't have this one. First time I've had Phase 5, and I'm so happy to have it today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a stunning winery. I mean, just everything we've had from them has been off the charts good. So, and small, which is the key. You know, when it's a small family kind of winery like that,
Good and small, like your wife likes.
Yeah, exactly. Gives me a place to go. All right, so we're going to be giving the Davis Estates Phase 5 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2019, obviously 5 sips.
Oh my goodness!
And it's 5 because I don't have a button here for 6. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Maury.
Thank you, Bob. Another spectacular day in the basement.
And thank you, Harm.
Thank you, Bob. This show went to 11.
Didn't it, though? Didn't it?
Let me tell you, Spinal Tap 2 is coming out
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so excited.
This summer. It's coming, baby.
Derek St. Hubbins is back, baby. Derek St. Hubbins is back.
Turn the amplifier to 11.
Well, do you have a problem? I have a problem. The fact that our stage props were trodden on by a dwarf. Well, for Sip, Suds, and Smokes, this is Made Man Bob. I want to thank you for joining us today. And remember, life is too short to drink bad wine. And if you're drinking this Phase 5, you are not drinking bad wine.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're listening to us online, do yourself a favor and tap
Tap it in.
the subscribe button.
Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
The easiest way to listen to our show is to ask Siri, Alexa, Google, Uncle Larry, or whoever it is that talks to you on your phone. Play podcast Sip, Suds, and Smokes. We love your feedback, and you can reach us at info@sipsudsandsmokes.com. Our tasting notes flow out on Twitter and Instagram with our handle @SipSudsAndSmokes, and our Facebook page is always buzzing with lots of news. You'll also be able to interact with the thousands,
Millions and millions.
of other fans on those social media platforms. Do us a favor. Take the time to rate this episode if you're listening to us online. That's a big help to us, and we get to see your feedback as well. Come back, join us for another episode, and keep on sipping.
This has been a One Tan Hand production of Sip, Suds, and Smokes, a program devoted to the appreciation of some of the finer slices of life. From the Dude in the Basement Studios, your hosts, the Good Old Boys, will see you all next time.